Hello and welcome again to Summit Live. Today we are broadcasting, as we always are, from Whippany, New Jersey, where Summit International Flooring is headquartered. My name is David Numark. I am the president of Summit International Flooring. As I always or almost always do, I have a co-host, and today's co-host is Marc Becker. He is our national sales director. Hello, Marc.
Hi, we're back.
We're back. We see each other pretty much all the time. Even weekends. So here we are today, and we're going to speak about residential design. And it's not just because of work at home, but people are staying at home more often, are they not, Marc?
They are. Between the quarantines, the work from home, the fear, people are spending a lot of time in their homes today.
They are, and some of them are doing with a dog on their lap. I forgot to introduce my co-host, Rocco. Rocco is our saved pooch from St. Hubert's in Morristown, and we welcome him as always. He generally does not make much noise and generally doesn't move at all. Anyway, Marc, welcome as always. Let's talk about what's going on with residential design, the changes that may be going on due to COVID-19 and more.
Yeah, well, we've had so many designers and resource people and people within the industry talking to us the last few weeks about changes that are happening, about the work from home, which they've been talking about. But as we just mentioned, people are home regardless. It's not just work. And so what are they doing? Amazon's gone crazy. People are decorating. They are, I don't know if nesting is the right word, but people are nesting.
Without a doubt.
We have all these beautiful products that people know us for. They know us from the commercial and contract side of life, from corporate, from retail, from hospitality. But they may not realize so many of our products fit the home space as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, we feel the pain, you know, as many people do that are in the commercial marketplace. But fortunately for Summit, we have many products that are residentially oriented or cross over that line from commercial to residential.
Yeah, so even though our products will last commercially, imagine how long they'll last in somebody's home.
Oh,
absolutely. If you can put them 10 years on heavy traffic in a commercial office environment or a hotel,
yeah,
they will last until somebody wants to change the color of their room.
They will basically last forever or until you get sick of looking at it.
Right. So today's show, we're not going to highlight any one brand or any one type of product. We're just going to talk a little bit about a lot of different products. We're not really going to go deep in depth. People can email us. They can call us for that. We just want to show what we do and what we have and what we're proud of.
Well, where do you want to begin?
I think we always start with one of our very first relationships, which has become so important to us and hopefully to them too, and that's Object Carpet. Object Carpet is out of Germany, as you know, of course.
I know Object
They're
Carpet.
named a top 50 luxury brand by Ernst & Young. They've been named the brand of the century by Brands Magazine, and that's always our first showing, and it will be today. Not to take away from our other suppliers, but
yeah, and
Object is kind of special to us.
And before you go any further and discuss anything regarding Object, I just would like to tell everyone out here that Object Carpet is one of the finest manufacturers in the world, consisting of some of the finest people, most trustworthy people, and of course, the German engineering
precision-made product.
Precision-made product. They are quality. If there's ever a problem, they handle it professionally, quickly, and without any issues whatsoever. But they're very rare. There very rarely is a problem with Object Carpet.
I was going to say, I've been in floor covering all my life, about almost 30 years now. And a lot of times when you're a representative of a company, you spend a lot of time looking at claims. We have not had, the only claim I can really remember from Object was something that happened on a truck, on a domestic truck in the shipping. Really haven't seen quality problems, really from any of our supply partners, but Object in particular. So without further ado, the product that really sets Object apart is Silky Seal.
And I'm going to focus in a little bit more on this. I'm going to ask Alan Smith, who's our producer today, to switch cameras. And here we are. I'm looking at it. You can see very easily how this Silky Seal product looks exactly like silk, but it's not.
No, it's not. You can use this, as we said, commercially. You can even use this under chairs with casters. So if you were doing something in your home, in your dining room, if you had chairs with casters, in your home office, if you have chairs with casters, this is a piece of carpet that can last. By the way, Dave, as we're talking carpet today, our viewing audience should know that all of our carpets can be made into area rugs of bespoke sizes, area rugs of your shape, area rugs of your dimensions, with lots of different finishes, We're not going to show all the finishes today because that would extend the show a long way out. There's a lot of options,
Right.
but people can see that on our website, and we can help you by email or telephone with that. So keep in mind broadloom and area rugs. So Silky Seal is one product from Object.
Beautiful.
But Object makes products that are really unique and interesting too. This is a sample of a piece of broadloom from the Web Art collection.
Hold on.
And this is called Volcano for obvious reasons.
I just managed to shut off the camera while I was picking it up.
Anyway,
and it looks like it's still off. It does it not.
Well, we're back. We're live. So Object Carpets Volcano. If you want something really contemporary and different, there are multiple designs that use the same very flat woven product.
We're good.
And you can see them as well on the website.
Yeah, this is a gorgeous design. It's
of the
knitted right into it.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong piece of carpet. One of the things that we do is look for products that are unique and different and colors that you don't see every day. This is called buttons. I don't know if you can, you can see it now. This would look like small buttons on the floor. Done on a domestic machine, that's another checkerboard pattern that people have seen day in and day out.
Yep.
But done on the precision equipment and Object, you will see buttons on your floor, thus the name of the design, buttons. Again, broadloom and area rugs. So while we're only highlighting a couple of things today, most people who know us know Freestyle, because Freestyle is such a well-known printed carpet tile product. Recycled, lots of benefits on that side of life, resist standing and fading. But the point being, it's so tight that the fibers can't move.
Yeah.
You get longevity and ease of maintenance like carpet.
You know, Freestyle, which is considered a carpet, it really acts like a resilient floor.
And that's where I was going. You get the longevity and ease of maintenance of resilient flooring with the sound absorption of carpet. The reason I chose this sample to show is that some of the designs in Freestyle are going to be more corporate or hospitality oriented, but some of the designs, like the one that we're looking at now,
that's
work
actually
very, very well for a commercial or for a residential setting.
Right.
So Freestyle does not have to be only a heavy trafficked area. It can be something that's just plain pretty. Alan, can you hit camera 4, please?
Yep.
So
I don't know why I'm getting so much.
Maybe the light's hurting that.
I
But
don't know what just happened.
but anyway,
Alan took the camera and it's not
Freestyle
working.
here. Well, there's always a plan B, and now you can see that Freestyle can work residentially as well.
Right.
The other thing
Leave it
from
to
Object
me with my technology.
is that we have a product called planks. Planks will look
grab that.
like a wood floor,
In this case, a wood floor, yeah.
but it's carpet. So if you want a wood look or a wood look in many different colors, you might want to look at planks that we sell through Object Carpet. Just one more product that's a little bit different from most. So
I hopefully got the camera fixed. I don't know. Alan, you could tell me if it's. I'm not pointing it at you. Let's look at Marc from my camera.
Hey,
Is it working? I don't know.
So anyway, today's show is not just going to be about Object Carpet. Let me show you a couple of other carpet products that you may find interesting as well. From as long as I've known Dave, he has worked with a company called Van Besouw out of Holland.
Yep.
Van Besouw, as we always say, they're a smaller mill in Holland, kind of
Smaller
unique.
mill that's been around for well over 100 years.
And they were the first ones to make, which we'll note in a moment, cotton carpet. But basically, Van Besouw is weaving carpet, high quality, machine woven carpet.
Well, they use something called Rochelle knitting, if I'm not mistaken. It's a type of weaving, but it's actually a knitted carpet.
Yeah, and it will last. It probably will last that 100 years that people.
Oh, I'm
since they've been
sure it
around.
will.
So here's just a couple things for you to see from Van Besouw. This is a heathered wool and goat hair look. Great for basements, great for other areas. If you like that heathered look, that's just one example. Not to go through the entire line, but there are a couple of things worth pointing out. In prior episodes, you've seen us talk about the design 1406. 1406 is wool, woven wool, in rich saturation of color, not something that people find every day.
I'm looking right now at this gold, red, and blue color. They're just beautiful. You rarely see this.
And being in the business, you know how difficult navy blues are. They can lean towards gray, they can lean towards red. This is a real true navy and is a very popular color. Then there are products that will also have a silk-like look in a residential texture. This is called 2610. Basically,
they could come up with better names than these numbers, but I get it.
So basically, Van Besouw makes a smaller line than, say, Object, but they make really unique, different colors that you just don't see every day.
No question.
And also a quality line.
And it feels so luxurious, too, to the touch.
That's for sure. Now, I mentioned cotton, and that's important because some people prefer carpet over hard surface, but they have allergies. That's the magic word.
Yeah.
And they think they can't have carpet.
You know, that reminds me of a situation that occurred in Maine, actually, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, where somebody said their son just absolutely was allergic to everything. So they were going to do wool, but wood. So I suggested Besouw cotton carpet. We sent it to them. No allergies. They ended up doing the entire home in cotton carpet.
And it worked.
It worked.
You know, people ask us, well, what about cotton? How do you take care of it? Yes, the cleaning's a little bit different than wool, but it can be cleaned, obviously, and it can last. And Besouw makes different textures. You can get cut piles of carpeting in woven cotton carpet. You can also have looped piles. And if you want loops with a little bit more texture, we can add black to the loops. So you can get a really good look. And that also hides a lot of soiling. If you have a children's room, a playroom, anywhere where your kids are, not only will their allergies not be affected, but when they drop their pretzels and cereal and other things on the floor, it's going to hide pretty well until it's cleaned. So lastly, you have looks that are more sophisticated, like the linear designs. Again,
yeah, it's kind of like a corduroy.
So we're only showing a couple of colors just to show a few things, because we do want to highlight a number of manufacturers. But there's Object Carpet, there's Besouw, and both carpet and area rugs.
Sure.
And then I go to what I think is our most residential line, although it's used commercially also.
Jacaranda.
You got it.
Jacaranda is out of England, and Jacaranda again is made up of some of the finest people and the funniest people.
For sure.
And if Richard and Lucy are listening, we hope you have a smile on your face.
Well, if Richard and Lucy were here, you, the audience, would hear some things you've never heard before, maybe.
Yeah, British humor. In fact, we just hired a British person, Oliver. If you're listening, I'm sure you are. We appreciate your humor as well.
So Jacaranda carpet, this is woven as well, but it's not machine woven. These are hand woven goods. This particular product, Satara Santushti, is different because nobody else makes these rich colors in tencel. And when we say tencel, this is the real tencel. This is made by lensing. This will recover from watermarks. And the product is dense enough to even be used on residential stairs. Don't be afraid of tencel. Do not be afraid. Jacaranda is working with the real thing. If you get tencel and you cannot get a letter from your supplier stating that lensing made the tencel, you don't have the real fiber, and your product will mat down.
It's like a tissue is not Kleenex necessarily.
Right. So different things that look like silk, this is one of them.
No question. And that is a gorgeous product. I have some of that in my home, and it's wearing beautifully.
And tons of area rugs because of those rich colors.
Absolutely.
But we're not stuck with just tencel. Jacaranda also has wool products. These are some of the designs of wool that could look great in a den, made into an area rug especially. Multiple designs, very, very hard-wearing carpet. Jacaranda makes wool carpet, as we've once shown in another episode, but beautiful wool carpets of different pile heights, different textures, different densities. There's options. This is just one of them. This is called heavy velvet. And if somebody wanted something truly plush and thick, so thick that they're going to lose their car keys if they're not careful.
Let's show just how thick this actually is.
This is Agra.
It's a chunk. We used to call that chunk carpet.
It is a chunk, and it's
kind of
wool,
disgusting in a way, but that's.
But it's wool.
We won't talk about that.
Wool and tencel, and it is. If you talk thick and luxurious, this is a thick, thick carpet. So lots and lots of carpet options here at Summit. Lots of different products to choose from, and lots of different ways to use them. Whether we're talking about carpet or area rugs, it's all available.
It is, and it's beautiful. And I think the audience might have gotten a quick view of Alan, our producer today and director behind the board. This was something we decided just a few minutes ago, where I would hold the handheld camera. Of course, we had no practice. We're getting very used to being on air, and we just came out here and we're roughing it. And we hope you enjoy what you're seeing so far.
Well, we think everyone knows that we're not professional on-air personalities. We're flooring people that found a way.
You know,
because
we
of
are
COVID.
handsome enough to be on-air personalities.
Well, half of us. You can figure that part out. But we built this studio to be able to stay in contact and be real and be in touch with our friends, which are you, the designers that are watching our show, and users too, the friends we haven't met, as they say.
Yeah.
But our designer friends, we need to stay connected. So you're getting the real thing here. For mistakes or not, this is who we are.
So we spoke about carpeting for home use. Everybody knows that carpeting is what? Such a high percentage in everyone's home. I know a lot of wood is used, of course, an awful lot of wood, but carpet is used very regularly. But there are other products as well, Marc. There's not just carpeting. We've got rubber, we've got cork, but let's start off with rubber. We've spoken about rubber before. Rubber could be used in the gym, of course, but it could be used in many areas too. It could be used in commercially, as we're looking at the screen right now. This was at a school in Montclair, New Jersey. Use this in their lunchroom. That's called Rubberazzo. And I'm going to switch over to this handheld again to show you a few colors of Rubberazzo. Here you see it in yellow, green, and orange. They are beautiful. And we also have products that are made of solid color, which we call triathlon. This is a little bit more delicate because of the solid color in there, but beautiful, beautiful products, and could be used in many, many areas.
And what people should know as you're showing these is these are not the size of the tiles.
Correct.
You're not going to have a lot of seams when you use these in your home because the tiles are 10 square feet. They're 38 inches. They're big.
Yeah, 38 by 38.
These chains are just for color, so we can show a little bit of what we do.
You know what? While I've got this going, I'm going to bring over the handheld camera and show you just in this light box that we're in, some of the beautiful colors of carpeting and rubber and even woven vinyl right there that you can see, which is also available in residential. It's used residentially as well. But these are some of the colors, and you can see that we are not your typical flooring company. We're about service, we're about quality, and we're about color. And this will give you an idea of just some of the beautiful array of colors that we have in some of our products.
So when it comes to rubber, you don't have to be experts out there. You just tell us where the application is. We will help you determine what thickness you might want to consider for your project, and we'll answer all of your questions as we go. Again, today is not to dive deep into any specific products, just to show that we have products that work for your home. Dave, you mentioned wood earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Wood is beautiful, I agree, but it's also noisy, it's also slippery, it's also somewhat limited in the looks. One of the reasons that we never got into wood was because it all looks the same to us.
Well, I could tell you, there's not just that. Wood could also indent, and it does indent. There's certain qualities that don't, but most woods do indent, especially if a woman is walking on it with a stiletto heel, or if you move a piece of furniture that's got a lot of weight on it and it's got a lot of pressure, pounds per square inch pressing on it, it indents. So
you have an appearance retention issue.
Of course.
So if you want the warmth of wood in your home, you might consider cork. We work with Granort. They're a major manufacturer and have been for a very long time in cork product. We've got a couple of designs that Dave's pointing at from the Recolor collection that are painted cork. Cork, when I first thought cork, I thought that behind the dartboard in my grandmother's house when we were a kid, that's where the needles went. So
mine went in the wall behind the dartboard.
Right. Well, that wall was covered in cork in my grandmother's house, and that's what I thought cork was. I didn't realize how beautiful cork could be. There's a book next to you, Dave, that'll show the wood look done in cork, the Vita Classic book.
Okay.
It's worth a quick glance.
Keep talking while I'm looking for it.
It's worth a quick glance. That's the natural book.
Okay.
And that is the natural look in lots of different colors as well. But here's the book that shows how many different tones of wood we have in cork that looks like wood, that recovers from indentation. You
really can't tell that this is not wood.
And it's quiet.
Yeah.
And we can do this in a floating floor. Although we glue them down for commercial projects, we can do this in a floating floor for residential projects.
And a floating floor, for those who do not know, is a type of installation that does not require adhesives.
If you look on the website, you'll see many designs besides just the wood. You'll even see wall product. Granort is a major supplier, as I noted, and we're really proud of that. It's also a very affordable product. Cork is not, cork may be less than a lot of different varieties of wood.
Yeah.
So
You know, and
definitely
another
worth
thing,
consideration.
and we have spoken about cork before. It is a naturally antimicrobial, antibacterial product as well, which is very important. I mean, let's
More
not
important
forget.
than ever before.
Not kidding. And let's not forget the world of which we live in right now. We are in a pandemic, and we have to get through this. But the world will change from here forward for quite some time, I'm sure. You know, and while I'm on it, I memorized this word. Cork has suberin.
There you go.
Suberin, not to be confused with saccharin. It's suberin. It's a naturally antimicrobial waxy substance in cork.
Right. So, and also, as we talked about, wool carpet, wool is naturally antimicrobial. The woven vinyl is naturally antimicrobial. So when you're looking for product, if you're a designer out there and you want to talk naturally antimicrobial without adding chemicals to make that work, give us a call, send us an email. Like we always say, we have a lot of knowledge here, and we'll help you get the right product for that client.
Okay, so we've spoken about cork, we've spoken about rubber briefly, and we've spoken about carpet, of course. What's next?
What's next would be leather. Maybe people don't realize that we're in the leather business, but we are. And we have leather products that are recycled and embossed, so you get the leather look. Well, you get more than the leather look. You get real leather.
Yeah.
It's just that it doesn't indent and doesn't have the blemishes.
Now, if I'm not
mistaken,
mistaken, our recycled leather consists of leather that's recycled from car seats, coats, belts, whatever, but mixed in with bark and a little bit of rubber for the flexibility. It's way less expensive than a hide leather, but we have hide leather as well, should you so desire. And additionally, for walls, I'm holding it right here. There's stitching that's available as well in different colors, and you can see that it could go in and out like this. And these squares are available in 18-inch by 18-inch as well as 9-inch by 18.
You can make herringbone patterns or squares, and when you butt two of the same colors with the same color stitched together, it almost looks like a double stitched seam. It's a very elegant look. Stitching is only for the walls, of course. You don't walk on stitching, but if you want something different, you want your space to elevate and not look like your neighbors. Again, you're in your home a lot today. Why not have something beautiful and really different?
And leather can be used for flooring in bedrooms, in libraries, dens, and also in gyms. We've done quite a number of gyms, provided materials for gyms. It's gorgeous, high-end, luxurious, not your typical.
Yeah, people think gyms have to have a black rubber floor. That is not the case.
They do not.
So again, we just wanted to highlight some of what you can use for your home. Commercially rated products that will last until you want to repaint your walls. That's what we can do. We have the colors, we have the textures, we have the ability to meet your size, to make your area rugs, to do your wall-to-wall broadloom. We have underlayments for areas where you need a softer area for your kids' playroom. Some of our clients have built rompus rooms. We have the underlayments. There are a lot of things to talk about.
That reminded me of something. We have a client that made a lacrosse practice area in their basement. They had a high ceiling. Not everybody has 12 or 14 feet ceiling, but they did. And they installed our grass product. I'm going to pick up the camera so you can see grassland. And this is not just indoors, it's for outdoors as well. If you're tired of mowing, if you're hoping your grass comes in one year, you don't have to worry. You could put this outside. You could put this on your terrace. You could put this on your roof deck if you have. But it's a multi area
inside and out,
exterior and interior.
Well, we're seeing a lot. You know, you look on the West Coast at the fires today. There's a lot of climate issues going on. However, they come about, they're there, and if you're having trouble that you're not having enough rain in your area, and you're tired of looking out at your lawn that now looks like mud, maybe you put turf on the outside and cover your space. For those that can do it, it's a phenomenal look, and it really is. There's just no work involved in it.
Well, you know, we're talking about a subject about residential design and the fact that people are home much, much more nowadays. There are more choices that are available in this world. You need to be comfortable. You want to feel good about being home because you are home so much. We have a wide variety of products, as you've said, and we're always looking for more, we'll say, for unique products. We do have some on the horizon, but I think we have a tremendous variety of some of the best products by the best manufacturers in the world.
You know, I agree, of course. And when I used to be out on the road, I used to tell designers, send me an email, tell me about your project, tell me a little bit about your budget, your use of space, what your design intent is, and I'll send you 3 images, I would tell people. And if they don't work, I'm not going to send 3 more, here's 3 more, here's 3 more. We're not in business to harass people,
Right.
but we'll send 3 options. And because we have such a plethora of product, we may just hit something that you haven't thought of. So give us a chance.
Yeah, please do. And I'm actually trying to point the camera at my friend here, Rocco. Can we see him? No, we cannot. Okay. Well, anyway, we want to thank Rocco for being part of the show, and Marc.
He was a big help today.
He was. He always is. If for no other reason, he keeps me calm. I hope you enjoy the series that we've put together. This has been something that's come about suddenly. We know that there are a lot of projects that are no longer happening. We know that there are a lot of people hurting now. We feel for you. We know the situation, and
well, they say we're in it together, and that's true.
Yeah, we're definitely in it with everybody. We cannot present our products live and in person, so the best we can do is present our products to you virtually, using every tool that we have available. Again, I need to thank Alan Smith, who, without his experience, his expertise, his guidance, we would not be here today doing it. And Marc, thank you for your idea to do this. I did lay claim to that originally, and Alan quickly set me straight that it was not my idea, but nonetheless,
it's your idea.
Thank you. So anyway, if you should have any questions, feel free, please, to email us at info@summit-flooring.com or call us at our toll-free number, which is 877-496-3566. We always like to hear from you. If you have any topics you want to hear discussed, let us know. If there's anything we could do better, let us know. I'm sure that list would be long, but we will do our best. And let's talk about
one thing I was going to say towards that is, in the future shows, we will have additional guests on. We're constantly lining people up. And if you're watching and you'd like to highlight your company, maybe highlight a project that you did, give us a call. We'd love to do a case study with you. We'd love to hear the thoughts of the people that specify our products and the people that use our products. So today's show was just us, just product,
Yep.
but every show will not be sales pitching products. That's why we didn't go deep in anything today. This show is here to benefit you, and we hope you find it beneficial. So
yeah, we really do.
Thanks to you. Thanks, David. And
thank you, Marc. Thank you,
I'm,
Alan.
I'm off the soapbox now.
You're off the soapbox, and I'd like to speak about next week's guest. We have Space ODT, but what you don't really know is they go by the name of Space Oddity, even though the letter's ODT. So Space Oddity will be here, and the 2 principals of Space Odyssey will be here to participate. That's Daphne Binder and Theodore Kaufman. We look forward to them joining us next week, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you again next week, as we said, and goodbye.
Thank you.